Well, your tax dollars pay their salaries, but a CBS 11 investigation found some North Texas deputies double dipping.
So they're working private security gigs at the same time that they're being paid to work for the county. Andrea Lucia joining us tonight with what she has uncovered. Andrea?
Many law enforcement officers work security jobs before or after their regular shifts. A tipster, though, contacted us saying deputies at Tarrant County's Precinct 8 were getting paid to do 2 jobs at once. We wanted to check that out for ourselves. Nearly every hour of the day, every day of the week, we found deputy constables from Tarrant County's Precinct 8 working private security, sometimes several of them at the same time in the middle of the afternoon.
They believe they're untouchable.
This is one of 2 former deputies who agreed to talk. We agreed to alter their appearance and voice. Both told us deputies were neglecting taxpayer-funded jobs to make $20 to $30 an hour at Walmart or Fiesta.
Sometimes they would come in during the day, clock in and leave. Sometimes they wouldn't come in at all.
Our sources believe deputies lied on government records to cover up the county work not getting done.
They falsified the records to show that deputies were serving papers that they were not serving.
The job you do involves people's divorces, child custody cases, evictions. These are the things that can ruin people's lives.
Both former deputies say they complained to the county's HR department.
What happened?
Their idea of investigating was to call them all down one by one and say, hey, did you do this? Oh, no, I didn't do it. Okay, that was the end of it.
So we started investigating, watching deputies at their off-duty jobs for months. Then we requested their timesheets. We received a log showing how many hours deputies told the county they worked and timesheets they gave the constable showing which hours they worked. We found dozens of those records missing. Those we did get showed deputies consistently working fewer hours than they were paid for. Take Deputy Hayward Charles. On September 21st, his timesheet shows he worked 2.5 hours. He was paid for 14. That same day, we spotted him working an off-duty job at a Walmart outside the precinct. We found discrepancies on his timesheets for at least 16 days in August and another 10 in September. Then there's Deputy Keith Johnson. On August 25th, he was paid for 8 hours, but the timesheet he submitted shows him clocking out early at 2. We saw him at 2, not leaving the precinct, but working security, again, at Walmart. 3 weeks later, his timesheet shows he was on special assignment for the precinct from 12:25 p.m. to 1:57. But we found him working at this Fiesta. We found Deputy Jason Lockett working security jobs too. His timesheet show on 2 of those days he went off duty, missing several hours of work. Each time, he was paid for a full day anyway. The highest-ranking deputy, Chief Arnold Holmes, doesn't have to give the county record of the hours he keeps. But August 10th, 17th, and 24th, he claimed he worked 10-hour days for the constable. We watched him all 3 days, working off-duty jobs in the middle of the afternoon. The deputies all report to Constable Michael Campbell. As an elected official making $112,000 a year, he isn't required to work any specific hours. We found him spending days, like his deputies, working private security. We finally approached him.
Hi, Constable. My name's Andrea. I'm with CBS 11. We've heard that your deputies are working off-duty jobs when they're supposed to be on duty.
Nah, that's not true. What you see in us being here, like I say, is because we're off-duty time.
When they're here, they're not charging the county.
No, they are not. They're not charging the county.
He knows. He himself said that there is nothing in that office that happens that he doesn't know about. Everything goes through him. Those are his words.
Can I meet with you in the office sometime?
You sure can.
Campbell did sit down with us, but would only agree to an off-camera interview. He blamed disgruntled former employees for what he called politically motivated complaints. He said Walmart and Fiesta are approved locations and that deputies can use vacation or flex time to work there.
In Tarrant County, we have 68 different elected officials, and they are answerable only to the electorate.
Tarrant County Administrator G.K. Manias says the county cannot tell the constable how to run his office, but he has asked the Human Resources Department to go over Precinct 8's timesheets, and the district attorney's office is now investigating the allegations.
If there's discrepancies on the timesheets, if that can be proven and a dollar amount set on that, then we have the authority to go after that money that was paid out for services that weren't performed.
The former deputies we spoke with are hoping they'll finally see some change.
I want them to be held accountable.
Over the weekend, Constable Campbell emailed us saying he had requested an audit from the Payroll and Budget Department and was found to be in compliance. But Doug and Kaylee County officials dispute that, saying Payroll and Budget, they don't do audits. We also reached out to every single deputy that we named in our piece. None of them responded.